This is our time. All right, we're gonna start in like 2, 3, 1 second. I don't know.
Oh my god.
See, if you're gonna do that joke, you gotta actually commit.
I don't know how to count, Boingo.
Did you not watch Sesame Street as a child?
I did, but I forgot.
The count would be disappointed in you.
I know. I gotta read Buttership of my Sesames.
He was counting on you.
He was.
Oh.
God, I kind of want to watch Sesame Street, but I feel like I'm too old for it.
You are never
too old
to go to the streets.
Yeah.
I mean, that was purposely one of the things that they did when they created Sesame Street was they wanted to have segments that the parents could also enjoy.
Yeah.
That's why celebrity guests show up.
That's
on
all
Sesame
pop
Street.
culture references. And, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I got a notification from a man.
Who's the man? Actually, wait, we're recording. We should probably not ask that.
No,
It's me, you fucker.
that's why I was making the joke, because he could hear it.
Oh.
I sent him a Mistborn meme so you wouldn't see stuff.
I'm so upset that Tensoon didn't actually fucking get to say goodbye to Vin.
Yeah.
Oh god, you guys started already.
Hey, it's your fault for not starting first.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to Modular. No.
Oh!
Hey everybody, welcome to Analytical Fanboys, the only show where we mess up the title of our other podcast. I'm today's topic selector and a co-host, Buster. With me is the three dudes who like Star Wars more than me, but I picked the Star Wars topic. So introduce yourselves, dudes.
Hi, my name is Drippy McCool.
That's Cody.
I can't think of a
I'm
scrim.
like totally into
Come
Star
on,
Wars,
there's so
man.
many.
Dude,
That's
my
there's
so
mind is
fucking
blank
many.
scrim blows.
Did
He
you
asked
say
me a
Glub-
Marvel. Wait, hold on. What's the fucking rabbit from the old Marvel comics?
Bucky O'Hare?
Jackson.
Jackson?
Yeah.
I'm
I
Jackson.
don't know why I
then.
said Bucky O'Hare.
I'm actually the world's #1 Zam Wessel super fan.
That's a different green space rabbit.
Yeah, exactly. All
All
I
right,
know
why are
about
we
Bucky
making
O'Hare is
Star
the Baker
Wars
theme.
jokes, Buster?
Okay, anyway, back to Star Wars. Hey, we're talking about the 2016 solo series, at least the first 6 issues and whatever else we read.
Oh shit, we were supposed to read a Han Solo book? I read the wrong thing. God damn it.
Well, actually, I made a mistake last. I'll correct my mistake. Anyway, we're reading Star Wars Chapter Aphra. We read it this month. I did it because Mandalorian and Grogu was apparently going to be a big deal, but it's not doing so hot. So, miscalculation of my bad. But hey, we can still talk about it. It's a glup shido from movies. Let's talk about a glup shido ourselves, or one of them, or a popular one that I really like. We're talking Dr. Aphra. She debuted in the 2015 Marvel Darth Vader comic, which I have read years ago, and I read a couple issues to like prep for this. And I'm like, yeah, that was a really good comic. I really like the arc. Like, I normally don't like when they over-explain things, but I thought the way they, like, Kieran Gillen wrote that book, where it's like, okay, they explained how, like, Darth Vader found out Luke was his son. That was some pretty good stuff. And it's like, there's all the, like, if you like the Rogue One theme of Vader, imagine an entire comic of that with, like, some actual emotional moments. So, yeah, that just, like, where Dr. Aphra is introduced as kind of like, I need backup to do schemes behind the Emperor's back. So, and Dr. Aphra and her funny little friends came in, and then she apparently died at the end, but no, she's alive, and now she's in her own solo series.
So is Dr. Aphra just another Star Killer?
What do you mean by that?
I don't think
Solo
so.
was Darth Vader's secret apprentice in a video game series that was
like that.
Disney.
Well, I mean, it's more like it's another character that Darth Vader uses to go behind the back of the Emperor, and it's just like
basically, yeah.
At this point.
Basically, yeah. And but like they kind of had a falling out. Literally, she fell into space, but she's alive, so now she can do her own little adventures in her own comic, and they are pretty fun, if I do say so myself. This is kind of a weird. This is kind of a double blind because usually, I read a bit of it, but I didn't read the whole thing or like as much as I did. I feel like I'm not as experienced in this recommendation as I've done previous recommendations. So this was a bit of an interesting experience. It was kind of like relying on you guys to help like fill in some of the blanks for me. because you guys are Star Wars nerds, and I'm like, I like Star Wars, but I'm not like a super nerd about it.
Well, I
just
mean,
kinda like,
I think it goes in terms of least Star Wars to most Star Wars is you, me, Sim, Cody.
yeah.
And this is a character I don't know that much about.
Yeah, she is a very new character. Again, she was introduced in 2015 as. I know I said last year, not last
It's
year,
almost
last month.
that's more than a decade ago.
Yeah, that's more than a decade ago. Well, god damn it, it has really been a decade.
I mean, she debuted in 2015, Darth Vader, so she's over a decade old now.
Yeah,
The Pixar film Cars came out 20 years ago.
Okay,
Damn,
okay,
get
we
over
don't
it,
have.
everybody.
Life
All
is
right.
a highway.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ride it all night long.
God damn it!
I've been driving this shit with a flat
I'd be
tire.
fumbling. I'd be fumbling. I forgot what I was saying. So basically, I should also mention these comics take place in between episodes 4 and 5 for you timeline nerds. They kind of end because actually, from what I understand, the reason they rebooted the comic after the 2019 after the last issue in like 2019 is because they wanted to do like episode 5 to 6 for the comics moving forward. So that's kind of like the area there, the current comics. Anyway, yeah, Kieran Gillen returns to write this Dr. Aphra series from Dr. Vader, but then Simon Spurter, kind of like quick transitioned, like they swapped hands and like he wrote the final like 20 issues. But we're just gonna focus on volume 1 and like we can mention stuff from like other issues from this. Actually, oh no, I remember what the thing I was gonna say. I said last episode that this was supposed to be a evil Han Solo. I was half right. It's supposed to be an evil Indiana Jones. That's literally the inspiration cited by the writer, and I don't know why I got Han Solo. I guess because he's more of a Star Wars character.
I mean, same actor.
Yeah, I guess like both Harrison Ford.
Cy Spurrier, holy shit!
What?
Cy Spurrier is a fucking wackadoo great comic writer. Not
Simon. I have a big hot take about this series, actually.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah, let's start getting into some of the other opinions. Yeah, I've been talking too much.
Okay, so I guess I'm starting off then.
Yeah, start with your hot take.
So I had heard of Dr. Aphra through the grapevine. I was never particularly interested in the new Marvel Star Wars comics because they're very much of a time and of a vibe that I was only kind of briefly into, of that immediately post Force Awakens, like, oh man, remember the original trilogy, man? The original trilogy is so cool. Let's play around and mess with the original trilogy and just forget that any other Star Wars ever existed. And this does have a bit of that stink on it. I mean, the premise is literally, what if Han Solo, but he was fucked up and evil and a lesbian? But I kind of like the first arc. I think the second arc / crossover event is hot ass.
You think I skipped it?
And the book gets really good when Simon Spurrier takes over. Like, in my opinion, that is when the book is at its best, is the Simon Spurrier. And I read the whole thing.
Yeah, I read the whole thing.
Which issues are those?
Those are like issues 19 to the end.
Okay, so I just need to read more, I think.
Yeah, because
Cy Spurrier was co-writing on issue 17, which I got pulled up.
Yeah, he co-wrote the third volume of issues, with Kieran Gillen.
And the main reason I think that is there's a character in the first arc who is just kind of an antagonist and not really a particularly interesting one. And she comes back in that later part of the series and basically becomes star-crossed lovers with Dr. Aphra.
It's so good.
I find their dynamic so enthralling.
It's such a fun dynamic. And I will say, speaking of a previous AF on G.I. Joe, I am terrible at Star Wars names, like especially like non-main character names. Like I know that character, but I know them from visually. So I have a hard time remembering the name of the lady Aphra flirts with. So
yeah, I don't remember her name either. Let me see if I can find it.
Like Lieutenant Calva or something.
Yeah, Calva. Yeah.
Yeah. But like she has a whole arc of her own where like Aphra ends up getting her in trouble and demoted, and then she goes AWOL to try and catch Aphra, and then they fall in love, and then she ends up defecting from the Empire and joining the rebellion, and still being enemies with Aphra because Aphra's like a fucking go-between gray zone person.
Yeah. Like it's really. I guess we could start. Actually, no wait. I should probably get Boingo and take on this because he hasn't really.
Oh, I mean, we're gonna focus in on the first arc as our main topic of plot and everything. I figure, but
Yeah.
just overall, I got up to about issue 17, which is the beginning of the size stuff. It's the beginning of the cyborg lesbian arc.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Aphra is the least interesting part of her own comic sometimes.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Because sometimes I'm just going like, what those fuckers doing?
Oh, that's why you
Because,
like Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
What's up with C-3PO and R2-D2 if they were fucked up and evil, though?
What's up with those guys? And Black Chrysanthemum. Not to say I don't like Dr. Aphra. She's great.
Yeah.
It's just if I like her at about a 7 or an 8 as a character, I like the other ones like at a 9 or a 10. It's just like, look at those fuckheads.
I mean, they are like when I get down to it, those are very Boingo core characters. Like those just little silly little dudes. Yeah.
And Black Chrysanthemum or whatever.
Yeah, who was in like a Mandalorian
Chrysanthemum.
He's like the only
Chrysanthemum.
character that like has
Book of
made it to
Boba
live
Fett's
action.
best friend.
Oh wait, he was in Book of Boba Fett? Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
thought he was in Mandalorian. I mean, we already had this discussion. Yeah.
And I also like her dad, but that's also just partially because he reminded me of a character from a book I just finished.
Which book? Just explain for the audience. Is it
Simeon
like
knows exactly who I'm talking about.
Because of the way he's drawn, I kept waiting for there to be a reveal that he was like a clone that defected from the army.
Yeah, he did. He does kind of look like the clone guy. Yeah.
But tell me that man isn't Sazed coded.
Yeah.
From one of those funny
Buster,
branded
here's Black
series.
Chrysanthemum in Book of Boba Fett.
He looks really good. They translated him really well. He kind of looks a bit. What's the word I'm looking for? The eyes kind of throw me off a bit, but
He feels more uncle coded in Book of Boba Fett.
Well, I think that's because it's literally supposed to be like 10 years on from these events.
yeah, because this is like in between of the original trilogy.
Post Return of the Jedi, this is after New Hope.
Yeah, this is after New Hope, but before the Empire struck back.
But what I mean more of like in the comic, he is just fresh out of jail, biker tats guy. That is him after a few years and a good couple beers, calmed down just a little.
Yeah.
Cody?
Cody, what'd you think of the comic?
Well, so as much as I love the dark parts of Star Wars, my favorite thing, I think, often in Star Wars is like finding the light inside of the dark. I kind of want to cite Maul as like an opposite of this, maybe, but like maybe not. But like, I wasn't having the absolute greatest of times, with just the pure like we're evil, everyone's just evil for evil. Like I've always got
we're
down
shitbags.
with the,
Like just kind of people bumming around with no morals. Like
yeah, like like if Han Solo was just a little bit shittier. And, like, I get, like, the Star Wars is a bigger place, but, like, there's a lot of, like, murder and whatnot. And I don't know.
I mean,
like,
literally, the first issue opens with her backstabbing a person.
And, like, smugglers doing whatever. Like, I have no issue with that. So I was going through a lot of, like, for one, I will say that, like, I enjoyed what I was reading, and I especially enjoyed the settings. What I specifically read was, like, 6 episodes from a Darth Vader series where she shows up, and then I read the first 6 issues of the Dr. Aphra book.
Yeah.
And I feel like I do want to read more Dr. Aphra specifically, but I don't know. I did have a thought, and it was like, I don't know, seeing people like, especially characters like swoon over people like Darth Vader and like the Empire and stuff in Star Wars lore irks me. And it irks me more in real life for other reasons, but like I can't help but like draw those conclusions as well. And especially whenever she called that Imperial lady cute and like spared her, I was like, man, that's about the same as like somebody sparing an IDF soldier because they think they're cute, and like I don't fucking know how to feel about this because like
I mean,
I don't
like
know.
the character is.
You're not wrong, but they do later go on to contextualize it as like No, Aphra, because she is so wild and crazy, she has a fetish for people who want to control her.
Right. I mean that specifically is fine.
Yeah.
I think there is like, it's understandable to be like, oh, there's already so much death and bad shit going on in the Star Wars universe. Why would I want to deal with people who are also evil on top of that? I think the thing is, in this book, Dr. Aphra rarely gets away with all of her schemes.
Yeah, she's like
yeah.
girl failure. Girl failure.
She's always on the back foot.
Yeah, she's always
on the
getting
back
punished.
foot. Things are always going wrong. It's like the universe is telling her, hey, you're being a shit person. Stop that.
Yeah.
But she's not getting the message of like, hey, if you act like a good person in Star Wars, you might accomplish your goals.
Because like it does kind of like subvert expectations by like kind of like of like the Star Wars things, because usually like heroes in Star Wars, they're always like either rewarded. I mean, they do go through tragedy, but they are often like rewarded for their good deeds. Well, it's like, and like even in the prequels, like, you know, Obi-Wan gets out like not scot free, but like he's got a lot of emotional damage. But like
Obi-Wan is like the most punished character in the saga. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm trying to. Brain is going hard. Weird. I don't know. The point is, like, it's like I don't know.
It's the thing is, she's not going into anything with an understanding of anything more than I just want to get paid for the next day and keep on like.
Yeah, it's very like
she's trying to survive. She's trying to survive like she's in Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you have like Han Solo, who is that kind of roguish guy. He's trying to think a few steps ahead. And like when he does that, he realizes, wait a second, these guys are actually nice and kind to me. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna shack up with these guys. I may still be a little bit more of a rogue at heart, but I'm gonna try and do the right.
Yeah.
Like case in point, it's later on. Cody hadn't gotten to it yet, but the murder droids. She removes the one limitation she put in them, and they immediately fuck her over.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I have more to say about them, I think, because I thought I was going to be interested in those characters. And I'm more interested in Mr. Bones than I am them.
Yeah,
BT is
like
cooler.
Least,
go ahead.
Right? I was just going to say, they ended up being like my least favorite part of the whole thing. Like, they're not bad. I don't want to say like I hate them. But I just like every time it's like, here's 5 dialogue balloons of 000 talking about how he's gonna kill somebody in an intricate way, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Let's get on with the story.
He's definitely the most Deadpool character I've seen in a Star Wars anything.
I mean, I like that.
I love Deadpool.
I mean, and you say that, you're also not wrong.
Yeah.
Also, this is just a nitpick I have with Star Wars comics in general, but like I hate it when they do the astromech speech as an effect rather than a word balloon. I keep forgetting to read it because I don't pay that much attention to effects.
I didn't mind that part. Like I said, BT was like more interesting just because that's my favorite type of robot in Star Wars, but also like the fact that it's not a true astromech droid and was meant to be a like disguised thing is interesting to me. A disguised assassin droid. Like I was into that, but like I wasn't necessarily into
3-0.
3-0, yeah. Like almost like I wanted him to be less jokey about wanting to kill people, mainly.
See, here's the thing. I didn't read it as jokey. I just read it as like, yeah, this is. I just fucking have fun with this. I enjoy killing you. I'm talking about it as if I'm cooking a meal for myself.
Yeah, like a little
like to us it's a joke, but to him it's just like, no, I really just want to like rip your fucking arms off. That's gonna be
like,
so much
serious
fun.
business. Yeah, like
I could get that. Like I said, I was much more interested in a lot of the settings, especially when they went back to Geonosia. Though I'm not sure how that's going with canon.
I mean, like they say all the comics are canon, but like who cares? It's just like
they're canon. They're canon when they show up in live action.
Yeah. We still don't. I don't think has Dr. Aphra appeared in anything outside of comics.
There's an audiobook. That's it, and like a couple games, but like that's it.
She's in games.
Like probably like those mobile games. I think. I saw.
No.
Yeah.
but okay, so
No,
they
that
don't
doesn't count. She's gotta show up in fucking Jedi Believer or whatever the third one's gonna be called, or she's
I thought
gotta
they weren't
hassle
gonna do a
Mando for
third
an
Jedi
episode.
game, whatever.
Jedi.
Jedi.
Sorry.
Gotta hassle Mando for an episode or something.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she would fit right into the world of the Mandalorian. But
Oh
like,
yeah, she just shows up, steals some like ancient Beskar artifact, and Din Djarin is just go like, "Oh, you have to go after her now."
You know what? You cast the right actress, she could totally be like the new Bill Burr.
Probably.
It would be interesting to see her against somebody like the Mandalorian, since that's just like such a superhero dad character, and then against her, that would be interesting. I think.
She would also be older. She'd be like the same age as him.
Yeah. Also because like Din Djarin's like super religious, reverent kind of guy to the past, and she is devil may care, doesn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
Like that's cool contrast.
And I want to say, like, you were talking about like her being more of a side character. There's a part of me that's like, I kind of wish she stayed a side character in the Darth Vader comic. Because I was rereading the Darth Vader stuff, and I'm like, yeah, she kind of works a little better, like in small doses sometimes, because she's very comic reliefy. But I'm like, no, I'm thinking about it. It's like, no, it's kind of like Deadpool, where it's like she's versatile. She can work both leading her own story and like as a side character. It just happened she started off as a side character, like a smaller part of like a bigger thing.
Okay, I will say I was far more critical of the Darth Vader parts than I was anything else. Because that's my first entry into like that specific Darth Vader book, and I didn't like too much of it. I especially didn't like Palpatine for some reason. Somehow. But I don't know. I really enjoyed Aphra and Vader when it came down to like them talking about like the idea of like working on the droids and just like being like technologically savvy, since Darth Vader really is because of Anakin. But I feel like they didn't do too much with it, at least with what I read.
I mean, it's like a 25 issue series, so there's a lot to.
But I don't know. There was like, I love the fact that they built a droid army, and we see a lot of like I said, we go back to Geonosia. But something was just lacking to me, and like that Darth Vader versus like what I expect from Darth Vader. I don't know. It was just
Is it that
odd.
you're so inside his head in that book?
Maybe not. More of just like, let me try to think of a better way to get this across.
Yeah, I feel like words are very hard tonight.
We can always eliminate silence. So
yeah.
I'm not sure if it necessarily was the amount of how much you're hearing him talk, and it was more of just like what we're seeing him do. The way
it's just very different than what you expect.
Kind of. I guess I can go with that. And like I said, it wasn't that I necessarily hated that either. It was just I was the least interested in the Darth Vader book than I was just the parts with Aphra and such.
But then again, I recommended specifically the Aphra book, so I didn't really like
No, I know, but like just based off of what I was reading, because I wanted to read where she came from first, and then I read that, and I was gonna read the rest of it, but then I saw your message, so I did not. I do think I want to, but I don't know. I was far more interested to see the other spots they went, like the I think that was also in. I think everything I'm referencing is probably more in the actual Vader book than what it was in the Aphra book.
I mean, the idea of this episode was just to talk about the character.
Yeah.
All right. I've been thinking about it. I have been listening to you, Cody. I've been thinking about it. If she were to show up in The Mandalorian, Karen Chee should play Dr. Aphra.
I could see. I mean, like,
Eddie Murphy.
I've never seen the actor, but I just visually like.
She's mainly a stand-up comedian, but she also writes for Late Night with Seth Meyers.
I think that would be a nice idea to like change to do range, like sometimes you just gotta give the actor the right push.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
Should we talk about the fact that she has the same first name as Bluey's mom?
I've never watched Bluey, despite my my old Twitter username, so that's news to me.
Oh no, I laughed out loud the moment I read Chili Aphra.
So yeah. I actually because they mostly just call her Aphra, so it's like when I was looking at like just doing some extra research, I was like, oh, Shelly's her name, I guess. Yeah.
All right, whatever. I'll just go back to calling her Joystick Chevron.
Goddamn. I do think it is interesting to look at Star Wars through an archaeological lens.
Yeah, I was like part of the reason I got really into The Mandalorian at the time was like, oh, we're looking at Star Wars through non-Jedis, and then it kind of became Jedis.
I
But,
do like that about the first arc, that there's a whole thing about like, yeah, no, there used to be like 20 different sects of the Jedi, and they were all fighting each other.
yeah, like that's kind of like also one of my favorite parts of the comic, where it's like, oh, you're seeing like either Darth Vader or other Jedis, or just like big battles going on, and then Aphra's kind of like sneaking around. I like that, like kind of like, oh, there's bigger things happening, and then like, oh, we're seeing this smaller perspective on this bigger thing.
Yeah, and she's just a rat on the fringes biting off corpses.
Yeah. And I think that's a really cool idea especially for a big universe like Star Wars.
Especially works for side material like this, because like, yeah, that's kind of the problem with like the Mandalorian. You kind of make this guy super cool and awesome. You go like, why didn't he show up and help anybody in all these situations? He's a good guy.
I mean, granted, it was like it's in between that 30-year gap between 6 and 7.
Yeah, but I'm more making that kind of point of like, if you make a character too cool, too badass, too much of a certain kind of character, you then start going like, why aren't they showing up in the other thing if they're this cool?
Yeah, it's kind of like the issues like superhero comics. Sometimes
it reinforces this is non-canon, like lesser canon material.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Meanwhile,
there's a lot of like wacky characters that you wouldn't see in a movie because it's a comic book and we can draw whatever we want.
Oh yeah,
like I guarantee you're never seeing those fucking energy vampires from Screaming Citadel show up in a movie.
No, you're probably never gonna see the Screaming Citadel because that was kind of iffy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I skipped it because it's like I didn't want to deal with tie-in issues, and like from everything I've heard you guys said, it's like, oh, thank God I skipped it. Oh, I just read the trade paperbacks, so
it's basically just she's running a con on Luke. That's it.
Yeah, like it's like a crossover between the main Star Wars.
But it's also there to just kind of make her feel really bad and guilty, because Luke's going like, oh yeah, my family died because of the Empire and all these things, and she's just like, how the fuck have you been through just as much trauma as me, but you're sitting here chipper as the fucking day you were born, thinking there's hope in the universe, you know?
Yeah.
That is the one good thing about it, I will say. Mostly during those issues, I was just kind of sitting there going like, it is weird seeing a comic-only character interact with these characters that I know so much as actors, and the artist trying so hard to look like those actors and failing so spectacularly.
Yeah. I mean, oh, Jesus. I'm just going through the couple issues from the crossover, and it's just like,
yeah, there were some rough.
They got a fucking reference model for Aphra for that run for those couple issues.
Yeah, because oh god, that's we're not recording the screen because it's AF, but like, oh yeah, so there's the screen. If you want to like some nightmare fuel, look up some Screaming Citadel issues.
It's just the thing is, the faces are hyper rendered, but everything else isn't.
Yeah.
So it creates a very uncanny valley effect.
Yeah, because like the backgrounds are pretty normal, and then you have the hyper rendered like actor faces.
Like, and it's all the clearer in like full body shots, because like, oh yeah, cartoony rendered bodies, hyper detailed faces.
Oh yeah, that's that's rough. Oh, I wish we were recording the screen today. Oh no.
Also, there is another comic-only character in those issues, which I had only heard of her because people got mad when she first appeared, because she was introduced as Han Solo's secret wife, I think.
Oh yeah.
And so the whole time I was just like, "Oh, it's you. You're the one people were screaming about. I'm reading this and I still have no idea what the fuck your deal is. This is weird."
Yeah.
Tie-in issues, baby.
One thing I think is interesting, though, just because of the nature of how Star Wars was made at the time it was and how it has progressed in time, is I find it a little funny that all the movie characters are cishet white people, while all the side characters made for like comics and shit is like, hey, we need to actually diversify this shit. Let's make a Asian lesbian.
Yeah.
So it just kind of creates like this. They're not doing it intentionally, but it's this kind of like the diversity gets quarantined over there, so we don't have to.
Yeah. So we can like make sure less chuds get mad. I don't know. Even though comic book fans are infamously filled with chuds. So.
Comic book fans of any medium, I feel like comic book fans have the highest concentration of chuds. And I'm saying that as a comic book fan.
Yeah. I mean, like, granted, the reason I say movie fans is just that, like, there's just too many of them, you know? There's too many people who watch movies.
Yeah, that's the thing. Y'all got more casuals than us.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm not trying to say that's their intention. It's more of like they're trying to be better about diversity and everything because they're going like, oh, I can do what we can make. Let's make new characters.
Yeah.
But it just because of the medium they're working in, it kind of creates this like, that's funny.
Yeah.
We need the money from the chuds to rebuild the Death Star.
Cody, that's just the plot line of The Force Awakens.
Yeah. God.
Am I wrong?
No, I'm just thinking about the Force Awakens era of Star Wars.
No, because that would imply that the First Order was running a con on the chuds. The First Order was entirely made up of chuds.
The First Order is, but the person who was forming it was running a con on them. It was Palpatine.
Today.
Yeah,
I was reminded. I was just watching random Star Wars videos.
God, Palpatine is Donald Trump.
I want
to. He's literally like an old sickly man being puppeted by machines. Holy fuck!
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Is like the sequel trilogy. If each trilogy of Star Wars is about a point in time of American politics, the original trilogy is the Vietnam War and the realization that the United States is an empire. The prequel trilogy is about the rise of the War on Terror and George W. Bush. The sequel trilogy is the rise of the new right wing.
Yeah,
that's what it's about. And the fact that people still don't fucking get that is hilarious to me.
Yeah, I mean, I do think some of it does get undermined by the final movie, kind of like.
Oh, yeah, here's the thing. Anytime I make a praise of the sequel trilogy, realize I am putting an asterisk of like if Rian Johnson was able to actually make the final film he wanted to.
Yeah.
It was going to be a completely different guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, Colin Trevorrow, but then he made one of the worst movies of the year, and then they were like, "Get him out of here."
J.J. Abrams directed the third sequel.
Yeah, they got J.J.
I mean, also that movie didn't even feel like it was directed by a person; it was a committee. Anyway,
it was J.J. putting his name on it to kind of because it was just too late notice. I don't know.
Yeah, too late notice, and
it's
just
also cashing a check, Bondo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just because I want to make a point of reference, the movie characters I've been posting are from the Star Wars book. Here's what they look like in the Aphra book. They look great.
I want to mention the artwork because like each art kind of has a different art style, but most of them work well. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think all the artists on the Aphra book do a good job. I only like every third art style personally, but I can look at an art style I don't like and go like, oh no, that artist is doing a good job.
I think there was only one art style I just didn't like, and that was the flashback in the first issue, like the little backup story. That was just
because that looks like the same fucking artist, the mainline Star Wars book.
Yeah, no, it's not even like the real hyper realism. It just kind of looked like a bit. What do you call the Greg Land? Not tracing, but like kind of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Greg Land like coloring, and I don't like that.
Oh my God, Seal.
Yeah, I wish we were recording the chat today.
Cody,
the one time we don't record chat, and there's a lot of useful things for the episode in chat.
That third, yes.
Here's another reason for you to continue reading. Dr. Evazan becomes a villain for an arc. You'll be dead guy.
The
wait, is that the
person who takes Dr. Aphra's doctorate?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Like the person who took Dr. Aphra's doctorate.
No, he just screws her over, and then they're like, he's like shadow fighting her for a while.
Shadow boxing?
Yeah, Dr. Evazin on the
Oh
left.
yeah, these guys
on the
like
Baba
kind of
on the
like
right.
pop in for an arc. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the Twilight from Rebels.
Oh
shows up.
no,
Oh yeah, here isn't an issue.
that's cool. I mean, I definitely like that third art style. I don't mind the first art style because I think that Luke looks really good, but that middle one is just tough.
Yeah, it's not that if all of it was done like the face is done, or all of it was done like the bodies were done, it'd be fine. It's the combination.
Yeah.
You know? Also, just found the one section of panels that defines how I like I see the book, and it's
Yeah.
like the main lesson you need to learn from Dr. Aphra is just like, hey, there's no easy way out of this. If you act like an asshole, you're gonna get treated like an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Boy, go just request. Put some of these
she's
panels
shorter
in the
than Luke. I
episode.
never realized that.
But
You
here's the
look like a short
thing: what it
person.
could maybe that's tall Luke. You know that conspiracy.
Oh yeah.
theory?
God damn
They
it. God
put
damn
bigger
it.
Luke in the book.
They put
Literally.
bigger Luke.
I just had to edit the Star Wars poll for Shea Frillis, and so I know about that.
Oh my god,
Oh,
did
come
bigger
on.
Luke show up in
Bigger
the
Luke is
poll?
like the fucking internet holy text.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a
yeah.
pretty tall looking Luke.
Pretty tall looking Luke. Big, dare I say? I don't know. Do you want to wrap things up?
No,
I
we
mean,
ain't got it.
There's
Big.
a bunch of other songs because like we've talked about a lot about Dr. Aphra and a lot of cool stuff, but the first arc I think is really cool and just like showing a different side to a lot of aspects of Star Wars that don't really
Yeah.
get dived into, of the religious sects, of archaeology, but also like
Yeah.
again, one of the best characters in Rogue One was the blind dude who's just like, I believe
Yeah.
in the Force. Are you a Jedi? No, I just believe in the Force.
Yeah, that was a great guy. Yeah.
Of just like how religions function.
Yeah.
Note, I did read Mistborn right before I.
So maybe these things are on your mind a little extra. Maybe these things are a little extra.
This man is like keyed into anything that remotely talks about religion, right?
Unfortunately,
Oh.
I am the hero of ages. See, I'm just doing that to get a pop out of you right now.
And it's working. The best part is I know you have Way of Kings in sight, and that's when we're really going to start pissing out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I'm going to read Yumi first and then Way of Kings.
Oh, Buster, you got to hurry up and finish Yumi.
Oh, god damn it. I have to listen to the 20-hour audiobook. Ah.
Funny thing is, that's like a short book for Brando Sando.
Oh, yeah.
No. Oh.
Yeah. The 3 I just finished are all about in the 600 to 700 page range. And Stormlight archives are all in the thousands.
I think that Dr. Aphra should reappear in a show.
I mean,
in
she's
some
already
way.
in like other comics, but I would like to see her in like a video game, maybe, or like.
I think the next best place to put her, other than going up against Mando, like we would like, ooh, that'd be fun because of the differing personalities.
Yeah.
Would be an animated show.
Yeah, I mean, they do still do like all those Clone Wars spiritual successors. Like, I mean, they just did a Darth Maul one. So just
they need to start poking more into. I say this. I started this podcast complaining about original trilogy glazing, but I would like to see Filoni's team start actually getting into original trilogy era because they're like just skirting it right now with the cartoon.
Yeah, well, for the cartoon, I mean, no, people like even the people who don't like the live action Star Wars stuff like the cartoons. The people like the Bad Batch, people like the Darth Maul show. So they find some redeeming qualities in Tales of the Jedi. So it's like, you know, why not? All right. Honestly, wrapping things up, this is kind of a messy recommendation, kind of like the character.
I don't think so.
No, for me, on my end, because
God bless, she's a hot man.
Yeah, this is kind of a messy one because it's like I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I just like this character. Like, I just think she's really cool, and yeah, like happy Pride, everybody.
She's a disaster lesbian who pissed off the one himbo that could fix her.
Yeah.
I'm excited to learn more about her.
Oh yeah.
All right. Do you want to wrap up? Everyone, give your final thoughts.
The thing I became the most interested in was the fact that the Geonosians in the Darth Vader comic that I read were making half-organic droids, and that's probably never going to come to light or be used ever again, so it's very unfortunate for me. Other than that, though, I appreciated what I read.
Okay.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm probably going to finish up the run, the last 23 issues I got to read. I think it's thoroughly enjoyable as a kind of let's all point and laugh at the evil people in the universe kind of story. Because it's Star Wars going like, yeah, look at these evil shits of people get their shit kicked in. Haha.
It's a solid book. I think with the exception of one bump in the road, it gets better as it goes along. And as a character, I can definitely see why you like her, Buster. She is definitely at her best when she's being super gay.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna hand the baton over to Sim. What you got for us next month?
Well, I'm glad you asked because this time around it did take a bit of thought for me to come up with exactly what I wanted to do. You see, given that this month my pick has lined up with the release of the new Supergirl movie, I naturally wanted to pick something that would line up with that, but I already had us covered a book they're adapting. So, what is a fanboy to pick? I could have subjected you all to the '84 movie, but I'm not that silly. I could have said, let's go do a grab bag of episodes from the Arrowverse show, but I'm not that cruel. I could have picked out a sampling of classic issues of Done and Ones from across her history, but I just didn't feel like I wanted to put y'all through the chore of tracking those down. Plus, it didn't go with my theme I wanted to do this year of doing seminal pieces of media. So I thought to myself, what is the most famous thing Supergirl did in comics before Woman of Tomorrow came out? Any guesses?
New 52?
No.
The Apocalypse storyline when she first reappeared after Matrix went away.
No.
I felt that was a good guess, though.
That was a good guess.
That's good. But the most famous thing she did in comics, arguably ever, but I feel like Woman of Tomorrow has eclipsed it, is that she died.
Oh.
So next month, we're going to talk about when that happened and so much more surrounding it because, boys, worlds will live, worlds will die, and this podcast will never be the same again after we discuss DC's 50th anniversary story, the first event comic, Crisis on Infinite Earth.
You're making me scream like I'm pariah.
I wish you guys could see my face because I'm like, I should have seen that coming. I am actually really excited. I've been wanting to read Crisis. I actually started it a couple times, but I never fully finished it. Well,
Should I pull out my actual copy where Supergirl dies and read that?
Yeah.
Because I have the actual issue where that happens.
That's awesome. I just have a trade, but
hey, I guess the big question of next
for
week.
people who want to read along with us or don't have a copy, it is available on Hoopla. I checked.
Oh, okay. That's actually good because actually I read most of the Dr. Aphra stuff on Hoopla this month. So.
Hoopla!
Yeah, Hoopla is a great service. If you have a library card, just like put it in, and you can rent 5 great comics or whatever for each month. And always make sure to get the biggest omnibuses and collected editions when you're doing your borrows.
Yeah, get the most out of your fingers.
You get most out of your borrows. I guess the big question is, Boingo, what iconic cover are you gonna use for the thumbnail next month?
Well, I know the reason why we're doing it. It's because of Supergirl. We're gonna do the.
Yeah, so we'll probably just do the.
We should do the Alex Ross homage piece.
Yeah, because like there's the Alex Ross. I was either thinking like either the regular issue cover or the Alex Ross one where it's like the two Supermans are crying.
Yeah, man. See, here's the thing. I'm probably going to read this and then immediately read the Perez kind of spiritual sequel to this, which is JLA Avengers.
And we got to do that sometime. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I guess
Boingo's got next pick after me.
And I could have swore we did JLA Avengers when it was just me and you, bud.
Oh, we probably did.
Did we?
I don't know.
No, we did Kingdom Come.
Told me about it a bunch. I'll look it up. Anyways, we got to end the episode.
Yeah, we've been going for too long. Everyone, plug your stuff.
Hi, I'm Boingo. You can find me on a variety of places on the internet. Search for Boingo Writer. Go, Cody.
Hi, I'm Go Cody. My name
Go.
is Snow never robot, and you can't find me.
Don't find him, I guess. I don't know.
Hey everybody, it's me, Simeon, that guy who used to make videos that stopped making videos and is now making videos again. I got videos coming out all this month. I'm doing a bunch of shit to tie in with the Supergirl movie coming out. So go look at my channel. It's in the video description as well as all my other shit.
Hooray! And I am Buster. I'm the topic selector. You can find me at the Buster Corp channel or the Buster Tales channel, where I do videos of varying things. Sometimes video essays, sometimes cartoons. You can go watch them. And you can also find me at Bluesky, where I'm yapping about the video essays, cartoons, and other bullshit. And also dying because work. But I'm trying to get back into regular like video essays at some point because like I kind of been stalling, not gonna lie, but like we're trying to get back into it. But this has been a modular media production. You can find every month we do this show, Analytical Fanboys, where as you can see, once a month some of us picks a thing. This month is Dr. Aphra, next month is Crisis on Infinite Earths. And then who knows what happens the month after that. But if you want to see week-to-week stuff, we have modular components where we just shoot the shit and talk about what happened that week or what's going on in our lives. I can guarantee you next modular component is going to be a fun one because a bunch of gaming news is happening. So me and Boy are going to be like, why did they do that? So, yeah.
Oh, right. State of Play.
And Summer Games Fest.
God.
Yeah, it's E3 time. So yeah, if you want to see us discuss the E3 bullshit, come inside Modular Media. So yeah, and I think that's gonna do it for this Analytical Fanboys. We'll see you next month for Crisis on Infinite Earths.
I like that you're keeping the gusto up. I appreciate that.
How awesome!
I don't know, Crisis.
Say it with
There's many crises out there. There's Final Crisis. There's
Identity
when comic
Crisis.
writers just say Crisis, they're referring to the...
Yeah. See, the only time that you have to do something like that is when you're talking about Secret Wars. Which one? Oh, Doom.
Open bracket 1984 close bracket.
Yeah.
Or open bracket 2015 close bracket.
And then there's Secret War, where a bunch of heroes invade Latveria because Nick Fury brainwashed them.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but who actually talks about that story anymore other than you?
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Oh yeah, because that was like
That's based on that.
Yeah, because like they combined Civil War and Secret War.
They're fun. They're
They're mindless beat 'em ups.